Thank you for patiently waiting, and good evening. This is a special meeting of the Board of Education pursuant to New Jersey statutes and the rules adopted by the Board of Education. Notice of this meeting was published in the World Community Newspaper, Luso Americano, and Noticiero Hispano on Thursday, March 22nd, 2012. In addition, this notice is posted on the bulletin board in the lobby of 500 North Broad Street, and pursuant to this act, a copy has been filed with the City Clerk of Elizabeth. Roll call, Mr. Kennedy. You want me to finish the statement? Okay. I wish to extend a warm welcome to everyone present for this March 29, 2012 meeting of the Board of Education. This meeting is being recorded and will become part of the Elizabeth Board of Education permanent record. In order that the recording will adequately reflect the proceedings, please refrain from talking while others are speaking. I also ask that you silence sound on your electronic devices. Since it is legally mandated that these proceedings be accurately recorded, I may have to ask for order periodically should noise begin to interfere with our recording capabilities. I am pleased that you have taken this time this evening to join us. Thank you for your interest in the Elizabeth Public Schools. We are here this evening to hear the public express their views regarding the proposed 2012-2013 budget in accordance with New Jersey Statute 18A 22-13, and I quote, "On the date and at the time and place so fixed, the Board of School Estimate or the Board of Education, as the case may be, shall hold such public hearing at which time the taxpayers and other interested persons shall have an opportunity to present objections and to be heard with respect to said budget and the amounts of money necessary to be appropriated and the various items and purposes for which the same are to be appropriated for the use of public schools in the district for the ensuing school year. Those wishing to speak for or against the budget must sign in 1 hour prior to the advertised start of the meeting so that they may have the opportunity to speak. The sign-in sheet states the name, address, telephone number of the persons wishing to speak. Roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Burgos. Castillo.
Here.
De Silva. Present. Denosa.
Present.
Gonzalez.
Here.
Nazca.
Here.
Ferrer.
Here.
Trujillo.
Here.
Munn.
Here. Mr. Gonzalez, can you please lead us in the invocation?
Sure.
Please.
Please bow your heads. Dear God, we thank you for being here today, for what we are about to do, to talk about what we're doing for our children in the next coming year with the monies that the citizens of the city and the state have given us. We ask us to guide us to make sure that we always do everything in the name of the children, no matter what others will say. We thank you for all your favor. We love you, and we thank you in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Thank you. We will now have the Pledge of Allegiance. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have the Star Spangled Banner, please? Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars were so gallantly streaming.
Thank you. I would like to ask that Ms. Barrett lead us in the Pledge of Ethics. Is there a mic that you can give her so that she can lead us in that? Thank you.
Would everyone, is it on? Would everyone join me in saying the pledge? As a member of the Elizabeth Public Schools professional learning community, I will treat people as I wish to be treated. To do that, I pledge to understand that the school community is a special place, listen respectfully when someone else is speaking by paying close attention and not interrupting, speak in a calm voice and use proper language, dress appropriately for teaching and learning, inspire the best in myself and others by celebrating successes and learning from mistakes, care about others by demonstrating acts of kindness, be a lifelong learner by taking every opportunity to learn from others. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Barrett. Please be seated as we go through our core beliefs and commitments video. Thank you.
We believe all students can learn and achieve at high levels.
In Elizabeth Public Schools, rigor means actively creating and implementing challenging standards that define the level of cognitive complexity of expected learning. Such standards are applied at all levels in the district, including classroom activities, instructional plans, course content, student work, assessments, both summative and formative.
We will ensure that all students graduate prepared to pursue a post-secondary education.
It is through such an education that the achievement gap is eliminated. Elizabeth Public School students will strengthen the nation's economic, intellectual, and social impact on the world. In order to do this, we will ensure that every student, regardless of their socioeconomic background, is inspired to participate fully in their educational experience and cultivate a true passion for learning.
We believe that teachers make a positive difference in student achievement.
Elizabeth Public Schools teachers make a positive difference visible not only through higher test scores, graduation rates, and attendance, but by championing the love of learning at every opportunity.
We will recruit, develop, retain, and celebrate world-class teachers.
A world-class educator has high expectations of themselves and their students, is willing to challenge and be challenged, and pursues learning opportunities for continuous growth. Such an educator sees the potential in every child with no exceptions. They teach with passion and make an effort to ensure that every student reaches their full potential.
We believe that effective leaders produce excellent results.
Effective leaders are conduits for student success, inspiring Elizabeth students to think, to learn, to achieve, and to care. Effective leaders impassion others, earning the trust and loyalty of those around them. It is their incredible passion and energy that engage, inspire, and motivate others to achieve excellence.
We will recruit, develop, retain, and reward result-driven leaders.
The goal is only excellent results, and effective leaders do not tolerate anything less than excellence. Our leaders will demonstrate an unerring will to contribute to and enable those around them to increase student achievement.
We believe that a high-performing team produces a legacy of enduring greatness.
Elizabeth Public Schools is dependent on its internal and external networks working in collaboration to ensure high student achievement. The internal team members include the teachers, staff, and community members that directly affect students' achievement. The external team includes the community at large, partnerships with nonprofit organizations and universities, faith-based communities, and state and national education agencies.
We will build a high-performing team that achieves excellence.
The end result is a sustainable system that supports networks of people committed to excellence through education. Our students will leave Elizabeth Public Schools with a passion for learning that will lead them through a lifetime of fulfilled dreams.
Thank you. I would like to ask Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Munoz, to now present the 2012-2013 school budget.
Thank you, Madam President. Members of the board, the audience tonight, and the Elizabeth residents at home and the public watching us on EPS TV. We will present the 2012-2013 school budget. Tonight's presenters will be our controller, Dr. William Green, and our assistant superintendent for teaching and learning, Olga Hugemeyer. Dr. Green? Madam President, members of the board, and our audience at home, we present tonight the Elizabeth Board of Education 2012-2013 budget. We have been, for this year, for the 2012-2013 school budget, we are able to meet our mission with zero tax increase. For the last 2 years in a row, in 2011-2012, we were able to accomplish our mission and our vision with no tax increase, and again this year, for the 2012-2013 budget, again there will be no tax increase. Our vision is the Elizabeth Public Schools will be one of the best school systems in America. Our mission is that the Elizabeth Public Schools will provide excellent educational experiences and services to inspire every student to think, to learn, to achieve, and to care. And for us to accomplish our mission, we present our budget for the 2012-2013 school year. For our revenues total $487,804,585, of which $411,406.7 million, or 84.3% of our revenue, come from state aid. And then we receive $48,673.3 thousand of local general tax revenue, which represents about 10% of our revenue. And then our federal aid, $16,571.4 thousand, which represents about 3.4% of our budgeted revenue. We have appropriated balances from fund balance of $10,350.5 thousand, which represents about 2.3% of our budgeted revenue. And then we have miscellaneous revenue, $762.6 thousand, which represents 0.2% of our revenue. And therefore, since our revenue equals $487,804.6 thousand, we spend it in this way. 77.3% of our revenue, of our expenditures, are directly to the classroom. $376,995,000 go directly to our education. The regular portion of that is $25.5 million. Support services is about $26.7 million. Special education, we spend $26.5 million. And in the co-curricular activities, it makes up about $2.7 million. And then we have state and federal programs. which add $62.4 million. Our contribution to whole school reform, or that which goes to the schools, totals $232,562,000. And then for special schools, charter schools, and our adult schools and so forth, we have $734,000. 77.3% of our budget is spent in the classroom. And then we have other expenses, which make up about 9.8%, total amount of $47,943,000, of which employee benefits is a great portion of that. Over half of that is $25,541,000. And then we have transportation of $14,244,000. And then we have a capital outlay. That's the equipment and the furniture and all of the items that make up that building repairs and building things. All make up, that capital outlay is about $7,839,000. 9.8% of our budget is spent in relation to other expenditures. And then the operation of and maintenance of the plant. That's keeping our schools safe and healthy. 9.4% of our budget, or $46,043,000. And then a portion of that has to go to administration, 3.5%, which is $16,824,000. And how does that relate from a per pupil cost? Our total per pupil cost for the 2012-2013 school year is $17,673, of which, again, the largest portion of that per pupil cost is made up of classroom instruction, $10,673,000. And then we have a minor portion going around the chart, equipment costs and community services and special schools is about $79. Operations and maintenance of plant per pupil cost is $2,526. And then we have the co-curricular activities, athletics and the other band and so forth, $160. Now there are support services which are listed here as attendance, health services, guidance services. They represent about $2,731 of that pupil cost. But then as we move around the pie chart, administration is about $1,504. Now, the state regional limit for administration for our region is per pupil cost is $1,812. But therefore we see that our administration is below that, and that is $1,504. For our financial accomplishments for the year that just ended, we received an unqualified independent auditor's opinion on the comprehensive annual financial report for the year ended June 30th, 2011. And we also received an unqualified independent auditor's opinion, which is the highest opinion, on compliance with requirements of state laws. We complied with all regulations. We were superb in our contract and grant applications to federal and state programs for the year ended June 30th, 2011. We've presented the financial portion of the budget that allows us to now make our vision and our mission in educating our students. And to present that portion, present our Assistant Superintendent, Olga Hubermeyer.
Our budget starts with our Keys to Excellence strategic plan. We've adopted a new 5-year strategic plan to guide the district's educational philosophy, aspirations for student achievement, fiscal decision-making, and operational focus for 2011 through 2016. Our 3 L's, our guiding principles: love, laser-like focus on teaching and learning, and leadership. Our first guiding principle, love, creating a loving and caring environment for all of our students. Our Pledge of Ethics. The Pledge of Ethics confirms our commitment to how we should conduct ourselves professionally with truth, accuracy, fairness, and responsibility to our children. We currently have 22,573 students wearing school uniforms. We're proud to announce that in the upcoming school year, Jefferson Arts Academy will also be wearing uniforms. We will also continue to outfit our new preschoolers with uniforms. Elizabeth Public Schools continues to invest in its security department, maintaining the level of security coverage throughout the district. We continue to partner with the Union County Prosecutor's Office and Union County Crime Stoppers. We are continuing to provide professional development on topics that include anti-terrorism, gang awareness and prevention, public relations, bomb threats, chemical, biological, and radiological hazard. Also, the Union County Prosecutor's Office will continue to offer gang awareness to our security department. Elizabeth Public Schools continues to provide a commitment to include capital improvement and school construction projects as an integral part of our vision. The upcoming school year, we will fund new classrooms for grades 2, 3, and 5, renovation of a media center, replacement of unit ventilators, renovation of the media centers at schools 7, 12, and 16, installation of the HVAC in 15 classrooms, locker room additions at school 26, upgrade of the media center at school 31, installation of an ADA elevator at Hamilton, installation of a ramp also at Hamilton Preparatory Academy, replacement of classroom doors, renovation of the art room at Hamilton, as well as a cafeteria renovation also occurring at Hamilton. At Dwyer, we will provide a Divide workshop. There will be the renovation of the media center at Halsey Leadership Academy, the construction of a black box theater at Jefferson Arts Academy, in addition to the construction of an art gallery space, installation of an ADA elevator at Elizabeth High School, a ramp at Elizabeth High School, and the installation of an ADA elevator, in addition to the installation of a ramp at Elizabeth High School, and also an asbestos abatement. This totals $6,815,000 that we are committing. Laser-like focus on teaching and learning. The Elizabeth Public Schools is committed to providing a top quality education for all students with a laser-like focus on improving teaching and learning, and a dedication to training and supporting staff. The leadership of our board and superintendent in putting education as a top priority and continuing to help guide the education reform agenda in our district are both major factors in the improvements we've seen in our schools. We begin with one of our newest initiatives, the International Baccalaureate Program. It provides flexible yet comprehensive curriculum with rigorous international standards, a global focus with an emphasis on intercultural understanding, a unique approach to transdisciplinary learning using multiple instructional methodologies and teaching strategies, in addition to the development of the whole child, including requirements for the arts and community service. Dr. Orlando Aveda, School Number 26, is already a part of this prestigious international program. It is now expanding to include the middle years program. Jefferson Arts Academy is presently in the introductory and application phase for implementing the International Baccalaureate Program in the fall of 2012. We continue to coordinate, monitor, and collaborate with technology to improve the online fall, spring, and summer tuition program as an incentive for district personnel to increase their knowledge of their profession. In addition, we are supporting school team members with the worldwide 24/7 access to schedule, grade, and attendance data. We continue to promote online registration for gifted and talented grades 2 to 8, our program during the month of February. High school registration also taking place during the month of February, as well as our summer sports clinics that is also made available as an online registration option. We are very excited to announce our newest partnership with Twig. Twig films have been produced in the UK by experienced television writers and film editors working closely with teachers and scientists. The needs of teachers have been an integral part of their approach, and expert teachers have been involved at every stage of the development process. This partnership with Twig will provide a comprehensive set of brand new 3-minute films that combine rigorous research with stunning visuals to support inspirational science and math teaching in the classroom or at home. A new initiative at our high schools this year, the implementation of Check and Connect student engagement intervention model. This will be used to promote student engagement with school, reduce dropout, and increase school completion at Jefferson Arts Academy, Dwyer Technology Academy, Halsey Leadership Academy, and Edison Career and Technical Education Academies. The Point of Entry program for grades 9 through 12. Many of our ELLs who enter our district have experienced some kind of interruption in their formal education, which has, as a result, produced a gap in the acquisition of the literacy skills in their native language. As a result, this lack of skills has a negative effect on their acquisition of the English language. The Bilingual and ESL department continues to implement the Point of Entry literacy and language curriculum for Spanish native speakers in grades 9 through 12. Bilingual Magnet. We implemented this past year our Bilingual Magnet program serving bilingual students in grades 3 and 4. We will be expanding the program through grade 8 next year. AVID, as you know, is a research-based instructional program that encourages students to prepare for and participate in a challenging college preparatory curriculum. Currently, we have AVID at Hamilton Preparatory Academy. In addition, we also have AVID at our elementary schools 2, 6, 13, and 28. We're expanding AVID in the upcoming school year to Jefferson Arts, Edison Career and Technical, Dwyer Technology, Halsey Leadership, and the Elizabeth High School. We move into our instructional program initiatives in the area of science. We continue with the implementation of the Engineering is Elementary curriculum in grades 1 through 5 at Dr. Albert Einstein Academy, School Number 29. For the new school year, we're adopting 3 Delta Science content readers in the areas of human body systems, plant and animal life cycles, and observing the moon. These will be implemented in grades 3 and 4 to supplement our current curriculum. In addition, we're adopting Pascal Spark data collection systems and probes to be used in all fourth grade classrooms to collect and analyze data. The experiments are incorporated into the FOSS and our DSM module activities. Vernier LabQuest sensors and probes will be added to support biology, chemistry, physics, physiology, and environmental science instruction at the high schools. Lab testing equipment allows the students to participate in authentic, interactive science experiments required by the instructional programs. As we move into our interventions provide students with increased intensity of instruction that is focused on the most essential learning needs of our students. The interventions that we have implemented ensure that every student in need of intervention receives high-quality, research-based instruction as soon as a need is identified. We will continue to support the delivery of intensive literacy interventions to our struggling readers in schools 1, 3, 5, 6, 23, and 28. In addition, we will continue to focus on our intervention periods utilizing Read 180, level literacy intervention, spell read, multisensory interventions, and strategy-based interventions in literacy. We are continuing the implementation of positive action in schools 3, 5, 6, 19, and 23. Positive Action is a nationally recognized evidence-based program that improves academics, behavior, and character. We continue with the implementation of positive behavioral support models as a decision-making framework that guides the selection, the integration, and the implementation of the best evidence-based academic and behavioral practices for improving important academic and behavioral outcomes for all students district-wide. Our STARS program, a tutoring program that began this year, which allows all student athletes the opportunity to receive tutoring in various subjects and disciplines. We also continue with the implementation of our mental health support teams district-wide to assess student educational support needs. We continue to build on the success of our district initiatives in literacy. With the expansion of LEADS, Literacy is Essential to Adolescent Development Success, will be expanded to grade 10 this upcoming school year. The implementation of My Access Writing program for grades 7, 9, 10, and 11. My Access Writing is a program that enhances the student's learning experience with a fun, interactive interface that provides them with more than 1,300 writing topics in math, science, language arts, and social studies that are aligned to the Common Core. We will continue to enhance the HESPA and SAT Literacy and Math Strategies course for grades 11 and 12. We will also sustain our summer reading program by providing K-12 students with summer reading books to complete their summer reading assignments. In the area of social studies, we have enhancements to all computerized 3D maps that will be added to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade social studies classrooms to include the ancient world through the Middle Ages, U.S. history through the Civil War, and U.S. history after the Civil War. We will also be implementing APEX Advanced Placement Calculus to provide teachers with a digital curriculum to help prepare students for the AP Calculus exam. All high schools and middle schools will implement Naviance Succeed, a platform that helps schools promote college and career readiness through increased collaboration, rigor, and transparency. Each student has a unique plan that maps to individual goals, and every school has accountability metrics that will allow educators to gauge how prepared their students are for post-secondary success. And now I'd like to share with you the expansion of our courses at the high school level. We're expanding the NJIT engineering course offerings at Dwyer Technology Academy. This is pre-college programming to encourage and educate K-12 students to continue on to higher education, particularly those who are underrepresented in the science, mathematics, engineering, and technology professions. I mentioned before our AP exams. AP classes require the type of high-level calculating and critical thinking that will prepare our students for their first year of college. And as you know, there is clearly strong evidence of the benefits to students who participate in both AP courses and exams in terms of their GPAs, their credit hours earned, and four-year graduation rates. The data that you see before you shows the accomplishment over the course of 6 years. In 2005, only 276 AP exams were taken. In comparison to 2011, 963 AP exams were taken, and that represents a growth of 249%. We're also very pleased to report that the projection is to have over 1,300 students take the AP exams in 2012. As we continue with the expansion of our courses at the high school level will be the adoption of the principles of accounting and managerial accounting, principles of finance and applied finance, and financial services and business in the global economy courses that will be offered at the NAF Academy of Finance. The adoption of web design and Dreamweaver certification program, in addition to the computer systems A+ certification courses that will be offered at the NAF Academy of Information Technology. We will also be adopting materials and processing green construction, pre-engineering 3, bio and environmental and urban development, and manufacturing and processing mass production courses at the NAF Academy for Engineering. Lastly, we'll be adopting Commercial Foods 1 with principles of hospitality and tourism, and cooperative industrial education with hospitality and marketing at the NAF Academy of Hospitality and Tourism. Our athletic program is an integral part of the total school education program. We've had a very successful year in sports as a result of our investment in the athletic programs. We will continue with our summer sports camps. We will continue with our fall, spring, and summer developmental sports clinics for pre-K through 8th grades. We will continue to implement our Saturday enrichment and academic improvement programs, including Contagious Curiosity and Saturday intensification programs for students in grades K to 12. We will implement Saturday reading clinics for struggling readers in general education while providing embedded professional development and capacity building to our teachers. We will continue to implement the after-school tutorial program for students in grades K to 12, the academic education program grades K to 8, the Arts Institute program, and the character education program, also offered in grades K to 8. We continue with the implementation of the summer academic programs, including promotion retention, summer school remediation for grades 9 through 12, summer school advanced credit for grades 9 through 11, literacy intervention for struggling readers in grades K to 3, ESL enrichment in grades K to 8, and Plato recovery in grades 9 through 12. We continue with the implementation of the summer enrichment programs, which include Contagious Curiosity and the Summer Arts Institute, and also our Ready, Set, Explore program. As we move into professional development, as we know, high-quality professional development is essential to increase the educator's knowledge, skills, attitudes, and beliefs so that they may enable all students to learn at high levels. We continue to provide professional development that is most effective in improving educator practice, that is results-oriented and data-driven. We will continue to recruit, and contract nationally recognized speakers to develop leadership capacity. We will continue the implementation of the Excellent Educators for New Jersey Teacher Evaluation Pilot Grant. We will continue the implementation of iObservation online system for teacher evaluation web-based performance management system so that we're able to collect real-time data about teacher performance. We'll continue to provide training for new administrators and teachers in the Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching and use of the online management system. We'll provide advanced placement certification training for high school teachers across all content areas, as well as continue the sustainability and support of the Plato High School Credit Recovery Program. We continue to provide a comprehensive 2-week summer institute for teaching and learning during July and August that hosts 80 workshops across all content areas for teachers. In addition, we will continue to provide after-school and Saturday institutes of teaching and learning that will host 127 courses across all content areas for teachers. The continued implementation of the MyLearningPlan.com program for teachers and administrators that will enable the monitoring of their professional development hours, manage professional development offerings at the school as well as the district level. We'll provide literacy training for grades 6 through 10 language arts literacy teachers, special ed, bilingual and ESL teachers, as well as social studies and K-12 language arts literacy instructional coaches. We will continue to expand our Lenses on Learning training to K-8 administrators, teachers, and instructional coaches that will be participating in 8 sessions looking at instruction in mathematics, specifically in algebra. We intend to continue to expand our instructional rounds training for district leaders and teachers. Our partnership with Panasonic Foundation. The partnership aims to break the links between race, poverty, and educational outcomes by improving the academic and social success of all students. And in the words of Panasonic, all means all. Panasonic has been instrumental in assisting us with implementing key strategies, and they include instructional rounds, our teaching and learning teams, which visits allow our administrators to support our schools in strengthening the instructional core, identifying team members' needs, and also assist in providing professional development. Panasonic has also assisted us with the implementation of Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching, as well as helped us to design the assistant superintendent's walkthrough to provide another layer of support and guidance and evaluation. Lastly, Panasonic has been instrumental in providing guidance in the development of school-level plans. As we continue with our partnerships, Dr. Albert Einstein Academy, School Number 29, a NASA Explorer School, continues in partnership with National Aeronautics and Space Administration in a program that features science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The Summit Visual Arts Center of New Jersey continues to provide high-quality arts education and exhibition programs for teachers and students at Thomas Jefferson Arts Academy, and also provides professional development for our pre-K-12 teachers. In partnership with the Princeton Center for Leadership Training, all school and instructional leaders will engage in in-depth training around the use of eye observation and a Danielson framework in collaborative professional learning communities. We will enhance the professional development and literacy across the curriculum through district partnerships. I'd also like to mention our partnership with the Rutgers Business Youth Program, which offers a pre-enrollment program for high school students, particularly minorities, who are interested in careers in business. The Rutgers University Business for Youth program, otherwise known as Ruby, runs during the school year from the New Brunswick campus. Our partnership with the Merck Institute for Science Education led to an extension of our work with Merck, the Academy for Leadership in Science Instruction. The goals of the Academy have been to build a vision of effective science instruction, to deepen the teacher's knowledge, and to develop effective leadership skills to improve science instructional practice, also to improve our science curriculum, and most importantly, to ensure we improve how it is that we are assessing science. Another notable partnership as a result of our work with Merck has been Ciencias, the Alliance. The Merck Ciencias Hispanic Scholars Program is a partnership to improve Hispanic student access to higher education and degrees in science, technology, engineering, and math. We continue to enhance professional development opportunities in math and science through various district partnerships that include our partnership with Kane University in math and science, the New Jersey Partnership for Excellence in Middle School Mathematics as a result of partnership with Rutgers University, and also our partnership with Lenses on Learning. Another valued partnership is that of Montclair University Network of Educational Renewal, which provides professional development opportunities in our clinical teacher program, student teacher placements, and teacher study groups. One of our newest partnerships is with the Zimmerly Art Gallery of Rutgers that will provide opportunities for students in K-12. And we continue to contract with alternative ed providers to provide an alternative middle and high school program for students who learn better in a non-traditional classroom setting. Our partnership with the New Jersey Symphony Orchestra, the state's largest performing arts organization, has employed its resources to provide music education programming, community engagement initiatives, and rich concert experience to our Elizabeth students. The Elizabeth Public Schools continues to maintain its partnerships with the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities and historically Black colleges and universities. A relatively new partnership, Hispanic Inspiring Students Performance and Achievement, otherwise known as HISPA, the Role Model Program. It's an organization that is dedicated to proactively encouraging student success by recruiting, supporting, and coordinating Latino professionals to support education. This allows the students to be exposed to a diverse group of professional role models that inspire students to pursue higher education by sharing their experiences. Our third L, leadership. John Maxwell states that leadership is about creating, day by day, a domain in which we and those around us continually deepen our understanding of reality and are able to participate in shaping the future. This, then, is the deeper territory of leadership, collectively listening to what is wanting to emerge in the world and then having the courage to do what is required. The Elizabeth Public Schools is committed to creating effective professional learning systems to bolster teacher quality and student achievement. We currently have 13 cohorts that include both instructional and operational leaders. Improvement in technology is a key leadership practice. We will, in the upcoming school year, continue to use Alert Now to automatically call parents of absent students within minutes of attendance being taken, increase the amount of internet bandwidth to support emerging technology, develop a virtual education program, implement Rethink Autism, which is a web-based program for autism assessment, training, curriculum, and data tracking. We are also excited to share with you that we'll be piloting the iPad program in the classrooms. We're designing a strategy to incorporate iPads into the 8th grade curriculum in order to strengthen our LEADS instruction, enhance student technology skills, and prepare our students for high school. We're providing updated equipment and laptop carts in our schools to equip students with one-to-one access, helping them to learn the latest through software. We're installing wireless management platforms, enabling the district to track wireless devices and provide visibility into wireless usage and trends. The continued improvements and upgrades to the computers and smartboards in every classroom, keeping all components updated for necessary curriculum and technology components. And the continued use of our student management system by Pearson, PowerSchool, to access our day-to-day activities, absences, tardiness, grades, test scores, assignments, alerts, transportation information, school activities, and schedules. As we move into defining the classroom of the future, we turn to disrupting class as one of the readings we're currently engaged in. Creating student-centric alternatives to the often traditional bound processes of many school systems. Christensen discusses online learning as a disruptive innovation that has particular potential in the classroom, creating 24/7 access for our students to personalized education, rapid assessment, and progress tracking. As we move forward, we will see an increasing number of students that will be taking online courses. Video will replace text, and some mobile technology pops up in the classrooms. iLeap. In an effort to prepare our libraries for long-distance learning and one-to-one instruction, we have designed the iLeap centers with an eye on the future. What you see here is the design for the Thomas Edison Library, now called Thomas Edison iLeap. Also, John Dwyer Technology Academy's library will also be reconstructed, and you can see here the visual. We're happy to announce that School 21 is moving ahead aggressively as the state of New Jersey has advised us of the opening of this neighborhood school for the beginning of 2013. The state of It's a visual of what the school will look like upon completion. In our new academic high school, the State of New Jersey School Development Authority has moved forward with the preparation and hiring of contractors for the construction of our new academic high school. It'll be located on the corner of East Jersey and Dr. Martin Luther King. And as you can see, the groundbreaking will take place in May 2012. The school district, in an effort to address the concerns of our Elizabeth Board of Education members, has moved diligently with the design and implementation for the 2012-13 Green Leap Initiative. Green Leap will designate school green teams. It will include energy saving plans, target waste reduction, implement recycling programs, train and inform staff and students, provide necessary recycling bins, covered units, recycling, including energy alternatives in the school curriculum, educate and implement paper reduction initiatives, inform the community through publications, flyers, and programs, explore carpooling initiatives, and gardening and composting at schools. Recognizing the importance of communicating with a multilingual community, our district has a comprehensive communication plan that also leverages the electronic media. And as you can see here, we have the different vehicles for being able to communicate with our community. Vision, Excellence News, the Excellence News Review, EPS TV, as well as Alert Now, Facebook, YouTube, EPS Email, and Flickr. We'd like to recognize our partnership with the New Jersey State Police on various initiatives. And that includes coat drives, their involvement in Read Across America, Top Physical Challenge, Trooper Youth Week, Youth Leadership Safety Programs, and the Child Identification Program. Our accomplishments. College preparation that begins at early childhood. We'd like to recognize early childhood for scoring a 6.14 using the Eckers rating scale, which is indicative of a good quality program. Also to recognize that our school district continues to win accolades. We now have a total of 3 Blue Ribbon schools. Halloran was awarded in 2006, Ravlag was awarded in 2008, and most recently, Riley was awarded in 2011. The Elizabeth High School received high ratings in the High School Challenge by the Washington Post, which reveals the level of a high school's commitment to preparing students for college. In 2011, the Elizabeth High School was ranked number 2 in New Jersey, number 28 in the Northeast, and number 176 in the United States of America. The Alliance for a Healthier Generation is a partnership with the William J. Clinton Foundation and the American Heart Association, which works with public school districts around the country to promote healthy school programs. As a result of this effort, the Elizabeth Public Schools has adopted strict nutritional guidelines in which the sugar, calorie, and fat content of all the foods served are thoroughly analyzed. This past year, 17 Healthy Schools programs were recognized by the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. Our schools received 10 silver and 7 bronze national recognition awards. In 2011, New Jersey Quality Single Accountability Continuum CUSAC declared the Elizabeth Public Schools as a high-performing district in instruction and program, operations management, and personnel. Recognized our school district, particularly for our instructional rounds program, and it was presented through a case study in their strategies publication. We are honored to receive recognition from notable experts in education. Paul Trachtenberg, a law professor at Rutgers Law School, founder and co-director of the Rutgers Newark Institute on Educational Law and Policy, and co-director of the Newark Schools Research Collaborative, and also the founder of the Educational Law Center. In the Star Ledger of March 28, 2012, a report on the Elizabeth School Board notes key successes in district was provided by the above. And we quote, "Significant improvements in student achievement scores in language arts and mathematics every year. Dramatic increases in the number of students performing at high levels. In Elizabeth's Perfect Score program, honoring students who achieve a perfect score on a state test, the honorees increased from 12 in 2005 to 330 in 2011. The largest number of elementary schools in any New Jersey school district receiving prestigious U.S. Department of Education National Blue Ribbon School Awards as exemplary high-performing schools, with all 3 designated Elizabeth schools having at least 71% Black or Hispanic students and a large percentage eligible for free lunches. A major restructuring and reconfiguring of elementary and high schools with 7 new schools opening, all 6 middle schools replaced by reconfigured K-8 elementary schools, and Elizabeth High School, one of the nation's largest with 5,200 students divided into 6 schools, each with a distinct academic or career focus. The article also states, increasing recognition of a commitment to improving students' educational opportunities and achievement, resulting in collaborations and partnerships with prominent educational and philanthropic organizations and in prestigious awards. These include one from the Alliance for the Healthier Generation, co-founded by the AMA and the Clinton Foundation, recognizing 17 Elizabeth schools for transforming themselves into healthier places for students to learn. An extraordinary number for a modest-sized district, as former President Bill Clinton specifically noted. The ending of the article in the Star-Ledger stated, every school district should seek to emulate Elizabeth's record of accomplishment, improvement, and recognition. For a district overwhelmingly populated by poor minority students, it's an extraordinary achievement. We're proud of the accomplishments of our students and teachers as we strive towards achieving our vision. As referenced in the article, 330 perfect scores on NJ Ask in the 2010-2011 school year. Our district has always been on the forefront of helping to reform education, and such initiatives have included algebra in the 8th grade, as well as our high school graduation standards, which far exceed that of the state requirements. Our policy requires 160 credits to graduate and 60 hours of community service. The Civil Rights Data Collection, a national data tool that analyzes equity and educational opportunity, most recently quoted us, some districts are working hard to get all kids into algebra early. In Elizabeth, for example, African American and Hispanic students represent 89% of students in the district. In Elizabeth, all students take Algebra 1 by the 8th grade. Hispanic and African American students representing 92% of students taking Algebra 1 in grades 7 or 8, and 92% of those passing Algebra 1 in grades 7 or 8. Nearly all students who take Algebra 1 in grades 7 or 8 pass the course. We're tirelessly working towards changing our culture and rewarding excellence. The Board of Education and the Central Office Administration believe in an open and transparent budget process. All Board of Education meetings are open to the public, and agendas and meeting minutes are available at www.epsnj.org. Copies of the tentative 2012-2013 budget will be on file at the Board of Education Administration Building, and a copy of the proposed budget will be posted online at the district's website, www.epsnj.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Green, and thank you, Ms. Siegelmeyer. Wonderful presentation. Before we actually go to the resolution, I would like to ask if any of my colleagues on the board would like to make a comment or have any questions in regards to this current presentation of our 2012-2013 school year budget. Yes, Mr. Gonzalez?
No, I would like to thank the administration for doing a great job in putting together a great program for our children for the upcoming school year, keeping in mind not only the children but the professional development of our staff, the upkeeping of our facilities, which is very important because to have a healthy, clean, good environment is very important. The programs that we are offering our children are incredible. My goodness, it's like I can't keep so many of them. I wanted to keep track, but they're numerous, so I can't wait to see the information on the web for all the great services that we be providing. So I congratulate for putting this together, for keeping the children in mind first, which is what we're here for, to provide a great excellence education that we've been providing to our children. So this is another year that our children in Elizabeth will be benefiting from our hard work, the hard work of the staff and administration. So thank you for, and looking forward to implementing the budget and going for it starting next school year.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. Are there any other?
If I may, Madam President?
Yes, Mr.
First, I'd like to thank Dr. Green and Ms. Hugelmeyer for a great presentation. And not only as a resident, but as a parent of students that attend the Elizabeth Public Schools, first I'd like to commend our staff, starting at the top by Mr. Munoz, all the way down to our staff that work in our schools on a daily basis, not only to teach our kids, but to guide them in the right direction and to make sure they learn proper manners. I know many times that's not the job of our staff members, but I know they help, and I want to thank them for that. I think they deserve a round of applause for their hard work. If you follow the budget today, you notice that our budget is over $487 million. And I tell you, it's great to see it broken down, because I think there's a lot of people in the city should look at this budget and realize where the funds are really being spent. 77% are being spent in the classroom to educate your child, my child as well. Equates to almost $377 million. That's right, $377 million out of $487 million are being spent to educate your child, to making sure they get the proper education. And as you heard earlier, before Mr. Munoz came aboard and most of this board was in place, we had 11 students passing the state exams. Today we have 330. We're talking merely about 5 years. The percentages are remarkable. Most of you may know that a couple days ago, the Star-Ledger finally wrote an article that suits what we do here and what you as staff members do in our district. I know that over the last 6 months or so, you had the Star-Ledger write ridiculous remarks and stories about what Elizabeth School District does here. And yesterday, finally, I guess the Star-Ledger hired somebody who knows how to do the media justice and Elizabeth, and found that we are doing a great job. We're on the right track. And after today's budget response, and the way it's broken down, by the way, Dr. Green and your staff and Mr. Kennedy, the people that put together this budget, break it down so eloquently, I think that we might want to do a couple more meetings, maybe throughout town, if the board would, would entertain that, to show our residents that not only are we educating our kids this year, but as a taxpayer, I want to thank our district, because I'm not getting one increase. For somebody who pays high taxes in the city, to see our school district moving forward, educating our kids, putting them first, there's no increase. I want to thank the taxpayers of the state of New Jersey who realize that Elizabeth is taking those funds and doing what every school district should be doing in the state of New Jersey. Use them to educate our kids. So I want to thank the district, the leadership on this board, Pablo Munoz, the leadership of our district, those of you in the classroom, in our buildings, technology, central office, the budget, everybody who's involved in this process. Thank you very much, because I believe and I feel it in my heart that over the last 11 years, the time that I've taken away from my family to be here is well worth it. Thank you very much, and I'm glad to be a part of this.
Thank you, Commissioner De Silva. Are there any other comments or questions from any other board members?
If I may, Madam President?
Yes, Commissioner Trujillo.
Thank you. I think it's important, if I may piggyback on some of what Mr. De Silva said. First and foremost, I would like to thank the taxpayers of the great state of New Jersey for investing in education in the city of Elizabeth. to say that 77 cents of every dollar goes into education in the classroom says a lot about what they're willing to spend, especially in these times where every penny counts, and we're open to a lot of criticism. As Mr. De Silva mentioned, this district, as you're all aware, was repeatedly attacked in the paper, and I'd like to also thank the author of this article that appeared in the Star-Ledger, Mr. Paul Trachtenberg, who is a law professor at Rutgers Law School, founder and co-director of the Rutgers Newark Institute on Education Law and Policy, and co-director of the Newark School Research Collaboration. He also is the founder of the Educational Law Center, and anyone who follows education knows that the Law Center's work on behalf of Abbott's is so important, everything they do. And for him to have the courage to write this really means a lot to us, and all fairness to Star-Ledger for having the wherewithal to actually print it, because for a while there I thought I didn't know where they were getting all their stories. But to have someone with Mr. Trachtenberg's credential write things, and if you allow me to read some of it, which was covered in the presentation, but I believe is worth mentioning again. It reads, every school district should seek to emulate Elizabeth's record of accomplishment, improvement, and recognition. For a district overwhelmingly populated by poor minority students, it is an extraordinary achievement. Let's congratulate ourselves for being a state where a success story such as Elizabeth can blossom. Let's trumpet it as a sign that the Abbott model can work, indeed, that it is working. Let's congratulate Elizabeth for demonstrating that hard work, talent, and adequate resources can make traditional public schools work. Let's resist the temptation to consign through those schools to the scrap heap as we rush to replace them with quick fix, magic bullet, and bogus education reforms, whether or not the available evidence suggests they will work. We owe it to our children, all of them, to proceed thoughtfully and effectively, and dare I say, thoroughly and efficiently. I couldn't say it better myself. When you go through all we've gone through over the last 6 months, knowing as far as we've come in the last 5 or 6 years, it's really, it really makes me happy that somebody out there had the courage to write that, and again, that the Star-Ledger was smart enough to print it. Our budget, when you hear the presentation, you hear words like continue, expand, create. All positive things are happening in the state of Elizabeth. It is incredible that we can continue. I mean, what a difference a year makes. Last year, although we were able not to raise taxes, we went through some tough times. And I don't have to tell those that worked in the district how hard it was. We were able to recuperate a lot of those people back, and I'm really grateful, because I don't ever like to see anyone lose their job. But that we are a beacon of hope in a country that sometimes these days seems hopeless to many, so many, that we have a bright future and our best days are ahead of us, is really worth celebrating. I know many of you hear the accomplishments over and over, but you can never get tired of hearing it. Because in all reality, it's the work of the educators, the parents who commit themselves to their children's education, and the children themselves. It's their future. My colleague, Mr. De Silva, has served on this board, I believe, as a senior member, and he has sacrificed a lot of time, as we all do, from our families. But we believe in this. We believe in you. And we thank you for believing in us. It is important that the community continue to be involved, not only the educational community, but the community at large, that we support our children in every aspect of their education. If you notice, it's not just education in the classroom, but out of the classroom. Our band is doing well. Our sports teams are doing well. They are children at the end of the day. They deserve to have some fun. It can't all be education in the classroom all day. But these things, there's lessons to be learned in these programs too. And I'm glad that we're going to continue to fund those things as well. Together, the best days ahead of us are still to come. I just hope that we can keep it together, and at the end of the day, this board will continue to stay committed to the vision that Pablo Munoz has for this district, that we can gel, continue to put our differences aside, and concentrate on what we agree on, that we all love our children, and that the children in the city of Elizabeth deserve the best education possible, and that means hiring the best people possible to do the job. Taxpayers of Elizabeth, you should be very happy. Not only are you getting a great education for your children, for your tax dollars, but you won't see any increase at a time when an increase would probably hurt a lot of people. I congratulate the superintendent again on all his hard work. The administration, my colleagues, continue to support. Let's continue the progress.
Thank you, Commissioner Trujillo. Are there any other comments or questions or anything else from the board? Okay. Mr. Kennedy, can we go through that resolution, please?
Thank you. I have a resolution for an adoption of the school budget for the 2012-2013 school year.
I move that resolution.
Second.
Moved by Mr. De Silva, second by Mr. Donoso. Roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Donoso.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
Ferrer.
Yes.
Trujillo.
Yes.
Munn.
Yes. Can we just stand and give them a round of applause for doing this, for us all working together collaboratively, the administration and the board, and of course, everyone, the staff and everyone who actually deserve this. Thank you again, Mr. Superintendent. I would like to just state that I'm really proud of this district. I really appreciate all that you and your entire staff have done, and I always look forward to continuing the progress of making sure that our kids get the best education, not in the state, but also in the United States of America. At this time, the microphones are open for those wishing to speak for or against the budget who have signed in prior to this session. I shall call individuals to the microphone based on the order of the sign-in. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes in duration. The total time of public comment shall be limited to 60 minutes. No individual is able to yield their time to another individual. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. The following rules for public participation shall apply. Time limits will be strictly enforced. No personal attacks on individuals. No vulgar or indecent language. A person may address the board no more than once during a single meeting. Speakers should refrain from naming individuals. Comments or questions posed during public participation will not be debated. As a reminder, this is not a debate nor an audit, but an opportunity for citizens to speak for or against the budget. At this time, no one signed up, so I close the public comment portion of this meeting, and I will need someone to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Madam President, if I may, prior to adjourning, I would like to make a motion that at your discretion, an ad hoc committee will be created. As the citizens of Elizabeth know, this June is an election year for the position of mayor in the great city of Elizabeth. It's a very prominent and powerful position, and I think, in my opinion as a commissioner, it is important that this board vet the candidates or assist the public in vetting these candidates as far as the issue of education to the city of children is concerned. So I would like this committee to be created to start developing a format and a forum where the public and the board can participate in creating, I wouldn't call it a debate, but more of a conference of sorts, so that the candidates can express their views on education and how they would like to see education move forward, and how they would just their views in general of how education should be move forward in partnership with the city. As you know, currently, unfortunately, it's sincerely unfortunate that we don't have the relationship we would like. It's adversarial. It's been going on for over 20 years with an individual who refuses to work with anyone up here. I have gone, and I am on the record of going to City Council and asking them to please sit down and work with us. It is easy to sit and tell people what they're doing wrong, but if you don't provide any input on how you feel they should do it right, or how you can help them right the wrong, then it's just criticism, and criticism isn't positive. It doesn't get anything done. You need criticism with ideas and leadership. As our model shows us, right, everything rises and falls on leadership. So we look to City Council for leadership, and I'm hoping through this forum we can get a better idea and perhaps even begin a dialogue with those individuals who are currently sitting in office in City Hall.
Second.
Okay, I just need to understand, what's the ad hoc committee to do? You wanna recommend an ad hoc committee so that we can bring in people in the community so they can actually discuss their children's education, or is it something?
What I would like the ad hoc committee to do is discuss the possibility of creating a forum where the public and the candidates that are seeking the election of mayor discuss in a public forum their ideas on education. I'm not very interested on any other policy. Quite frankly, I will do that as a private citizen, but as an elected official on this board, I am concerned because of the current situation, and I think the public has the right and the interest. Quite frankly, I think it'll be very interesting to hear the candidates' different points of views on how they would like to see education, how they would like to work with this board going forward. And that's what I would like the ad hoc committee to do. I think a committee of this board could start the process, and I can envision it where they will invite leaders of perhaps the local clergy, or whatever the committee decides to come up with. I don't think as a board, it would be proper for the whole board to sit on this committee, or make it a board issue. I just like the board as community leaders, members of the board, to do it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Kennedy, I have a motion made by Commissioner Trujillo and second by Mr. Donoso in regards to an ad hoc committee. And I will later give you the names of those people that will be in that committee. Is that okay? Thank you.
Madam President, if I may, I would like the motion to make a second ad hoc committee. As you are aware, there is a proposal to have a parade of excellence here in the city, where we're going to showcase all the achievements and all the good things that are happening within the education community here, the educational community. I'd like a committee to be set to work together with the superintendent and his administration to collaborate on the whole parade itself, to make sure that it comes together and that all bases and that the board has some input.
Is this from the parade that's going to take place?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then that's the second ad hoc committee that
Yes.
he would like to make. Okay. Can we have two requests from Commissioner Trujillo. Can we move them together, or do we need to do each one individually?
Each one individually.
Okay. The first one was moved by Mr. Trujillo and second by Mr. Denoso. Can I get a roll call, please? Thanks.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
Pereira. Trujillo.
Yes.
Munn.
Yes.
Madam President, I'll second that second motion by Mr. Trujillo.
Okay, thank you. I got a move by Mr. Trujillo for the second ad hoc committee in regards to the parade, that we will collaborate with city officials and the board and administration to make that event happen with no hiccups, I would say. So if I got a motion by Mr. Trujillo to start that, and second by Mr. De Silva. Roll call, Mr. Kennedy.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Trujillo.
Yes.
Munn.
Yes, and we did make the motion to adjourn, and
Second the motion to adjourn. Was there a first?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
motion made
Point
by
of order.
Mr.
Madam
sorry.
President, I believe Mr. De Silva made the original.
Yeah, we originally did that motion already. It was made by Mr. Silva and second by Mr. Denoso. Yeah, I think so. So if we can go ahead and take a roll call, and we will be adjourned.
Castillo.
Yes.
De Silva.
Yes.
Denosa.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nazca.
Yes.
Pereira.
Yes.
Trujillo.
Yes.
Munn.
Yes, thank you. Good night. We are now adjourned.